babies, ma'am? Let me ask you, why are you getting involved in this, ma'am? Why? Why are you involved in the killing of babies, ma'am? This lady says because freedom of choice. But God never gives us a choice to murder. He gives us a commandment not to. Why? Ma'am, this is the ultimate slavery. A slavery to sin that convinces us to kill image bearers of God. You see this? You see this, ma'am? I beg of you guys, you two ladies, to please don't get involved in this place. Please have nothing to do with the killing of babies. This is a terrible, wicked place. A place of death, ma'am. Look what it does to people. You watch these women leave week after week, and I see them sitting on this curb weeping and crying, telling me, don't worry, sir, I will never come back. I've seen women that were raped. One lady was a lesbian, and she was raped, and she told me she wished she could have her child back. She was raped, ma'am. I've seen thousands of women, and for what? Choice? What? I mean, you think of this. You want to empower women? Let them get an abortion so they can finish school, so they can get the best job. You know what? I think women are more powerful when they do that, all those wonderful things. When they finish school, they get a job, and they do it all with a baby, with a gift. There's a mother that came down here. She's the assistant CEO of Health Services Incorporated. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, River Region Health, these clinics, assistant CEO. And she was going to college. I think she was going to Alabama State. And she got pregnant. She was pregnant and started school in August, was pregnant by October. She called her boyfriend up. Nope, we use protection. And then she called, her mother was a drug addict. And she don't know what she's gonna do. And all of her friends, man, were telling her to get the abortion, get the abortion. And she did it. She spoke to one of the ladies that were out here, and she goes, went inside, and she said it was like the Holy Spirit picked her up and threw her out the door. Threw her out the door. And she's crying and she's weeping. She could have did it. But man, she told us, she said, my little boy saved me. I needed him more than he needed me. She finished school, did all those wonderful things, and those people that told her to get the abortion, they come to her needing help now. But listen, this ain't the answer to nothing. This mother, watching the joy on this mother's face, and the other mothers that I've seen change their mind, is scared, terrified. And then to look at the other mothers that have killed their baby that I meet, because if you think about this, I spend Monday through Friday out here for the most part, for over nearly 5 years, almost every Monday and Friday. That's a lot of people that I've seen. So everywhere that I go, I see the same women. I see the same women that have killed their baby come out here everywhere. Walmart, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, different universities we go to. And ma'am, I see despair and sadness on their face. Because no matter what we tell our people, no matter like what she says, it's a choice. Every mother knows and every father knows that this is a baby and that God has said, tells us not to murder. Every one of us knows, ma'am. So why get involved? Why would you get involved in the killing of babies? I mean it, ma'am. Seriously, miss. Why? It ain't worth it. It ain't. It isn't. There's no reward. There's no reward in helping people kill a baby. I mean, we should help people. We should love people. We should help. We need a better education system. We need a better healthcare system. We need all those different things. And we should be doing good things.
This is what you playing.
But this isn't a good thing.
Man, you give me some 3D.
These are babies, ma'am. You believe in the Lord? It's good. Remember, the demons believe and they tremble. But how does your belief in God, how do you justify this? When God is not a liar, is he? He said in his word, Proverbs, he calls children gifts. He calls them his very own. Right?
So how much are these tickets again?
Right.
When God calls children his very own, and his word says he vowed to punish those who had opened the woman's womb with child. You know, it says in Exodus, it says if me and him are fighting and he kills me, the punishment will be life for life. because God sees life as valuable. We're all his image bearers. It also says that if two men are fighting and they injure a pregnant woman and the unborn child was to die, the punishment is the same, life for life. So what that tells us is that God sees that unborn child, again, as valuable as if he killed me. We should obey him, not simply to get a blessing or something, but because we love him. I mean, look what he did. Jesus Christ did for you and me, to all who believe in his name, what I can't do for you. I can't save your soul. I can't convince one mother out here to not take the life of her baby. I got a daughter, I can convince her why she needs to keep her room clean. How can I convince these women to save their baby? All that I can do is tell them the truth. Like my friend here is an English teacher. He can't convince these kids to get a good grade and to study. He can just tell them the truth, and if they don't study, they're gonna get a bad grade and they're gonna probably get kicked out of school. And I can't convince these people. I tell them the truth, and I do it my very best in love, the very best I can. But this is never the answer, ladies. Sir?
Bye, David.
Bye, ma'am. This isn't.
Thanks, Dave.
I hope you hear me. I hope you just ain't in one ear and out the other, ma'am.